Hey there, how's it going guys? It's all good here and welcome to my channel. Today, we will be learning how to create this model on Fusion 360. To create this model, let's think of it as part 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now, first start by creating a sketch on the XY plane. From Create, select Centered Rectangle and start at Origin and drag out the rectangle. Here we can see the model as 96 by 64 mm. Hence, enter 96 for length, hit Tab key and enter 64 for width. Now for part 2, we need to create a square of length 40 mm at a distance of 22 mm from bottom. Therefore, we create a rectangle of length 40 mm and don't worry about the width for now. You may take any value for width. Next, we complete the section for part 1 by creating a line joining the corner and bottom line. Similarly, join these two to create base for part 3. Now, select Dimensions or hit D on your keyboard to give the distance of this rectangle from the bottom line. Hit 22 and place the dimension. Do the same for giving width to part 1 as 16 mm. Similarly, write 12 mm for part 3. To create this section on part 4, hit Well on your keyboard to create a line. Hit Escape to come out of this feature. Hit L again to place a point of line here and extend it further. Note the line should be 180 degrees. Now hit D to put distance of this line as 16 mm and the distance between these two lines also as 16 mm. Note the length of the lines as 20 mm. Now, let's use equal constraint feature to make the length of other line as 20 mm too. Select the line with the dimension and then the line without the dimension. Now, select two-point circle to enclose this sketch. Select the two end points on the lines to create a circle around them. Trim out the unwanted part from the sketch by clicking on it. We are all done here. Your sketch should look like this to proceed for next step. Hit Finish Sketch to come out of sketching. Now that the sketch is complete, we're ready to give it some depth, both literally and figuratively, because let's be honest, even our sketches need a little extra dimension to keep things interesting. It's like giving our model a personality upgrade, turning it from a flat character into a 3D superstar. So, select part 4, and hit E on your keyboard to extrude this part. Type in 16 mm. The sketch has been hidden. To extrude the other parts of the sketch, we need to unhide it. Let's take a closer look at the dimensions of part 1. As you saw, we need to extrude this part of sketch by 16 plus 48 mm. Similarly, part 2 and 3 have a depth of 16 plus 28 mm. Hence, press Ctrl on your keyboard to select both parts of sketch together and then extrude the sketch to total of 44 mm. Alright, folks, buckle up because we're about to get edgy with our rectangular block. And no, I'm not talking about giving it a rebellious attitude, though who knows, maybe our block does have a wild side. I'm talking about adding some fillet to this geometry. Select the edge we want to fillet. Make sure the radius type says constant. Type in 32 mm and then click OK. Part 1 is now complete. Let's hide the sketch now. Also take a look at part 2 before we proceed. On this face, we can see a hole. To create this, Fusion has a feature called Hole which we will use. Please select the midpoint of the edge to position this feature. It's worth noting that this feature is subtractive feature as it removes material from the model. You can either drag by the arrow to give length to this hole or you can specify in this box. To adjust the diameter of the hole, use this box to type in 24 mm. It seems our hole didn't quite make it through the entire block. No worries, though, let's just hop on our timeline and give those previous features a little tweak. Simply double-click the previous feature on timeline to edit it. I'll just casually drag this hole over to the moon so we can avoid any more mishaps. Because, you know, who needs precision when you've got the entire universe at your disposal?
Now, wait a minute. I know what you're thinking. I'll show you. Inspect and select these two lines to know that the distance between them is as per the drawing. You're welcome.
It's coming together now, isn't it? It's like watching a star being born in the vast expanse of the universe, a beautiful fusion of creativity and engineering prowess. Okay, now, let's get back to it. Yes, part 3. Let's give it the attention it deserves. Behold, the grand reveal. Now, to craft this elegant slope, we'll begin on this face. Simply select the line feature and draw a line from this corner vertex to its counterpart on the opposite side. Finish sketch. Got it loud and clear. Time to get splitting, but with a twist, no split face this time. We're breaking out the split body tool for some next level modeling magic. Click on the body to select the body and then click Splitting Tool. Now, select the newly created line and your model should look like this. Hit OK and now you have two different bodies on your screen. Alright, it's time to bid farewell to body 1. Just right-click on it and hit that delete button. And hey, sometimes things are better off gone, just like your ex, am I right? Fantastic! The model is complete, showcasing our collective effort and expertise. Now, before we go, let's add some aesthetic appeal to the model. Right-click on Body and select Appearance. Fusion 360 has a library of colors for textures and finishes for refining the visual aspects of your models. Within this workspace, you can manipulate materials, adjust surface appearances, and apply textures to simulate real-world materials such as wood, metal, plastic, and more. I will now select a plastic paint and download the yellow color. Now drag this color to the body and voila, it looks a bit better. Keep in mind that Fusion 360 auto-saves your work from time to time when you're connected to internet. Let us save our progress in a file. You can give whatever title that suits best to your work. I will type in Project-1 for my work. Here you can select the location to save your file. I want to extend my heartfelt appreciation to each viewer for staying engaged throughout this journey. Your commitment to learning and attention to detail truly exemplify your dedication to excellence. Thank you for being an invaluable part of our community and for your unwavering support. See you in the next video.